The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is back in office after his battle with the coronavirus, and the virus could kill more Americans than years of the Vietnam War did. All these stories and more on the Gravitas Coronavirus tracker.
UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson returned to 10 Downing Street after his battle with coronavirus. He addressed the nation with a warning. Johnson stressed that the risk of a second spike was very real. He announced that this was not the time to ease lockdown and social distancing norms. Coronavirus will be far deadlier for the United States than the Vietnam War. 58,220 Americans were killed in Vietnam. The coronavirus has already killed 55,415 Americans. Before this week is over, the death toll in the United States will surpass that of the Vietnam War. Germany has rejected a request by China for positive press. China had been pushing German lawmakers to make positive statements on China's handling of the pandemic. The German government has refused to comply with the Chinese request. Japan has extended its travel ban to 14 more countries. Japan will not allow entry of people who have been in these countries in the last 14 days. Entry from 70 countries is already banned in Japan. Russia, Ukraine, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE have all been added to the list. South Korean President Moon Jae-in says the pandemic is an opportunity for both Koreas to cooperate. He is hopeful of inter-Korean cooperation on several key issues, including dealing with this pandemic, future disasters, and climate change. Singapore has deployed a robot to warn joggers, defying lockdown rules. The remote-controlled robot tells joggers to stay safe and stay home. 799 new infections were reported in the last 24 hours. There are now over 14,400 cases in Singapore. The Israeli Supreme Court has raised privacy concerns over a pandemic phone tracking software. The government had approved the software using the cabinet's emergency regulations. The court has given the government a few weeks to get the legislation passed if it wants to continue tracking people's phones. Russia now has more coronavirus patients than China. Russia reported a spike of 6,361 new cases in the last 24 hours. With more than 87,100 cases, Russia has surpassed China's official tally of 82,800 cases. Arsenal became the first big English club to restart training. Players have been allowed access to the club's training ground. The club says it will follow all the rules of social distancing. The players will train individually, and no group training sessions will be held for now.